Hiya.
How are you, buddy?
I'm good, thank you.
You know what? I've had a chance to meet you, to hang out with you, and now for the very first time I get to say, hello, Dad, how are you?
Yeah, how about that? I'm good.
Yeah? Boy, oh boy, things have certainly come a long way since you were on that Cook County Saloon stage a number of years ago.
No doubt.
Yeah, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, Keith, you're coming back to Edmonton.
Yeah, can you believe it?
I can't, and you've probably heard, I know you know these things, that one show wasn't enough for Edmonton. Our listeners said, let's do something about it. They created an online petition. Thousands of people said they wanted a second show, and you know what? It's happening. How does that make you feel?
It's amazing. It really is. I mean, I don't know what is going on with me in Canada, but it just seems like it's absolutely the first place that gets it, and all the songs that have gone number one here in the States have always went number one in Canada, and in first, always there first, and in a lot of cases, songs went number one there that didn't go number one anywhere else. So I got a real soft spot for Canadians.
Keith, Romeo's tune, which is a song you never even released, went number one in Edmonton, for heaven's sake. I mean, you sing Happy Birthday, it'll go number one in this town. That's pretty cool. Well, what we're going to do is, we did this last time we talked to you. I'm not sure if you remember, but I asked the listeners what they wanted to know, so I'm going to rattle off some questions, and you're going to rattle off some answers. Does that sound good?
Yeah, you bet.
More with Keith Urban coming up in a minute. Keith Urban's with us. Where are you today?
I'm in Nashville.
Okay.
We just finished the last bit of rehearsal for the tour.
All right, cool. Well, you know what? I know I've been following you on Twitter, and you're getting excited for this tour, and it sounds like it's going to be like nothing you've ever done before.
Yeah, it's just a new level of everything, I think. The goal for me is always to find new ways to connect with everybody, because when, you got 12,000+ people in an arena, how do you connect with that person sitting in the furthest seat? And I really think the way we've pieced this staging, we're carrying everything this year, not just sound and lighting, but we've designed and built a stage that we're going to truck around that really separates the barriers between us and the audience and makes everybody feel connected.
Keith Urban's with us, and the last time you were here, I mean, you kind of had that satellite stage. It's sort of like everybody had a front row seat at some point, so you're even cranking it up to another level, huh? Yeah,
we've got that, and then we've got some other things as well that'll allow me to get in amongst everybody.
Okay. You know what? They're thrilled to hear that, guaranteed. Keith Urban's with us. We'll get to your questions in just a moment. Keith Urban from Nashville. Again, the second show goes on sale, for Kiss and Rewards Club members right now, tomorrow through Ticketmaster. Keith, I've got the questions. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
Brenda asks, first of all, she says, what do you listen to on your radio, and do you sing in the shower?
Yeah, I do. Actually, a lot of song ideas come to me in the shower, and it's terribly inconvenient. But I'd say most of my ideas come when I'm in the shower.
Because where do you write them down? And then by the time you dry off...
And I've just learned that you just got to get out and commit to the song, because I used to think, I'll remember that, and that'll be fine. I'll remember that when I get out, and invariably it goes. So I've gotten more disciplined at honoring the muse and just stopping, within reason, stopping whatever it is that I'm doing and following.
Sometimes you can't rinse, lather, and repeat 3 times. Is that what you're saying?
That's correct.
Okay, here's a question from Mary Logan. She says, with the daughter at home and children in the house, she wonders if you worry about the same things us regular people do, like college, diapers, right schools, braces, weddings, and things like that for your daughter.
Yes, and yes. I think it's standard parental concerns and wants and fears and dreams and hopes. I think it's all the same.
Keith Urban talking again about his beautiful daughter, and what kind of father-in-law is Keith Urban going to be?
Oh, I don't know. And I think at the end of the day, even what kind of a dad I say I'm going to be, I'm sure it won't be anything like I end up being. Okay. And Nicole asks, she says, normal balance of work and family. How do you manage to see your daughter and Nicole as much as you'd like? Well, when we put the tour together, I make sure that I'm only out for a little while. I don't go out for weeks and weeks straight. I usually go out for a few days. I'm home for a couple of days. I go out for a few days. And then in cases like Canada, where we're out for a good long while, I just bring them out on the road with me. Really? Mm-hmm. In September? They might both be here. Oh, I'm sure they'll be up there for a bit of that, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. And there's kind of some days in between. That was a question that somebody asked. What's Keith do on his days off while touring? Yeah, it'll depend if the family's out there with me or not. But we take a bunch of motorcycles in this big custom trailer behind us, and that's a really great way to not only get away and sort of relax and unwind, but it's a great way to see a lot of the country that I don't normally get to see. We appreciate the time with you, Keith. Can you hang on just a few more minutes, and we'll come back and ask you a few more of the questions that listeners have asked. That's coming up, okay? Thank you.
When Brad Paisley was here in February and it was minus 30, he called you kind of, a baby for coming in September. And I call you smart, to be honest with you. You love it. Fall here, you've been here many times in the fall. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, he forgets that we've been up there in January with Carolyn Dawn Johnson.
That's right.
That was chilly.
Well, we'll have to tell Brad that.
That's right.
If this is a question from somebody, Keith, if you were not doing what you're doing, what would you be doing? I know that you probably don't have an answer to that, just like most people, huh?
Yeah, thankfully I don't know, because I'm sure it's terrifying to even hypothetically think about that. I'm really grateful to be doing what I do.
All right, Gary wants to know about the 69 Mustang and the Sweet Thing video. Is that your car, or do you drive it?
Yeah, the one I actually drove it today. The one in the barn is mine, and I drove it today, sitting outside.
Where'd you buy it, he wanted to know.
It was actually a second-year anniversary gift from my wife.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's a good gift.
Keith Urban is with us. One final question. What music do you have on your iPod right now, my friend? And how many guitars do you play per concert?
It's a very eclectic playlist. I have... I don't know how many, at 5,000 plus songs. Everything. He runs the gamut from, Ray Charles to Kings of Leon to Jason Aldean to everybody. Everybody's on there.
Oh, man, time flies by when you're talking to Keith Urban. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to all the questions that the listeners would like us to ask. But, Keith, if it's all right with you, we'll get you to hang on just a few more minutes and come back and find out your final thoughts about coming to Edmonton in September.
Thank you.
Okay, well, you know what? We have very limited time with you. We had 100 questions from listeners, so we're not going to get to them all, but we thank you for this, my friend. We can't wait to see you. Would you like to say anything to Edmonton? Real quickly, give us another heads up on what people can expect if they get tickets to either of the shows here.
It's a big show, no doubt about it. But I just want to thank everybody that petitioned for us to come for a second night, because everything good that's happened for me career-wise is pretty much across the board has happened in Canada first. All the songs that went number one, they always go number one in Canada first, and in a lot of cases, they go number one there and nowhere else. So I'm really grateful for the support we get there, and thrilled to be coming for a couple of nights.
Every time I think of you, I think of backstage at Cook County before you performed. We did an interview. You met my wife. You called her by name after I'd given you her name like 3 hours earlier. She'll never forget that. And you sang "Lord, I Hope This Day Is Good" by Don Williams. You remember that?
I love Don.
I know you do. And I think
I know every Don Williams song ever written.
I think you do too. Can you just, as we say goodbye to you, can you just sing us one line of that song?
Lord, I hope this day is good. I'm feeling empty and misunderstood. I should be thankful, Lord, I know I should. But Lord, I hope this day is good.
I am the envy of everybody in Edmonton. Thank you for giving us the time, my friend.
You're welcome, Chris.
That was awesome. Keith Urban, everybody. We'll see you soon, my friend, and bring the family with you.
I will do that. Nice to talk to you, brother.